And wild in the colors. First in the arena by the Americans, followed by the Colorados. Now they'll be joined by their all-girl turning team. As they make their way up the flag side, watches their foreman fours. They're making column of fours. Now we're going to post some riders up there and they're going to spin.
Lost the hat already.
Watch the Americans as they shoot up the center. Turning team falls right back in behind him, back into the fours, then into twin pinwheel.
Go, Bob, go.
Out they go now. This is the hallmark of the Westernaires watch as they do the thread. Timing and precision is their hallmark. Now as we bring it back up to center, watch as they form into a giant or a tour propeller. Just like that, we've got it turning straight and true. We're going to ask that the American flags join in. Giant propeller with the Americans at the end. Let them hear you. Now watch as the turning team split. They're going to change direction. Inside rider is now out. Let's watch as they bring it back in along with the Colorados. Cheer them on as they bring it back into the giant propeller again. And one more time we'll break down the propeller. Then they're going to bring it into tandem spins. We've got stars at both ends of the arena working. And as they spin them off, watch as like shooting stars, they'll come across all four corners of the arena, right across the center at the same time with precision, speed, and timing. So we've got columns lined up between. We're going to ask them to pass through. Now from the corners they'll go right back into the center and form a star. Always moving forward at speed. Now we ask the flags to join in. We've got a giant star. Now you'll take note of the flag riders on the outside, and we're going to twist them. And watch as the ladies return from the inside and spin around them.
Kids are adorable.
I don't know who kids are.
Each horse and rider changing directions. Watch as they go around this right now. Break the arm off, spin it around, right back into the star, never changes, right back into the loop. Form a giant circle. We're going to pick our Colorado flag. Actually, we're not. We're going to post our Iowa flag right here in front of me, and you're going to watch as our lead pony comes around. We're going to ask this little pink to make her way around, and she's going to close that circle back in. So watch as this pink comes around, go in the opposite direction. She's going to close this circle. close the circle. She's actually trapped inside the circle. Keep an eye on that pig. We're going to have to help her get out of there. Do you guys think she can get out? Round and round she goes. Tighter the circle turn. How are we going to get her out? I think she's got a plan. Look at her. She changes the direction, goes the opposite way around the American, coming head on to the next one. But right at the end, she's out. Ladies and gentlemen, the corkscrew. Now as we post our riders in the center, watching some of these young ladies, the four ladies coming out from the outside of that circle, they're going to do the clover dance in the middle. Again, watch the timing because they're going to end up right where they started, back out in that big circle. One dance they do, they go to the second. Now watch them as they come out, the timing's there, and they're right back into the fours where they left. Now we're going to break that circle down, make it just a little bit smaller. And they're going to lead them around and make them into columns of fours. So the one in front of you is going to change direction, come up the side with the pink along in front of me. They're going to pass left hand to left hand and watch as they work up the rail right over by you guys in the grandstand side. They're going to turn them up towards the center, and they're going to make fours the hard way. Always keep it moving forward, just like that, back into the fours they go. Now we're going to split those columns back in, and they're going to pass it through. We call this the double dash through. Now I'm going to ask you to use your imagination. We're going to drop some of the riders along the center of the arena, and they're going to become eyelets of the shoe. So the ones that are stopped in the center, picture them to be the eyelets of the shoe. Now we're going to ask that these young ladies lace the shoe back up. The rest of the riders will weave past the posted riders and begin to lace the shoe. Ladies and gentlemen, what you've watched here today are some talented teenagers from Jefferson, Colorado, learning the lessons of our forefathers and the hard work that they put in. The dedication and determination that has built this great nation that we live in today. As these riders race across the center, they show that they have applied some of these same lessons to their drills, and their time that they've spent could have been playing video games, sitting on the couch, but they didn't. They spent their weekends with their horses, working with their fellow riders and their teammates, building something bigger. We believe these riders have high aspirations for the future. They've showed their dedication throughout this. And as they form the twin propellers on the sides, we raise the smokes high to show how far they can reach.
Girls get the maxi pads too, I guess, huh?
And if you don't take the hard work and dedication are the keys to success, then watch this final thread as they come through. Right here is the hallmark of the Westernaires, the timing and the speed and the precision. These are young riders that have persevered, given dedication and practiced at the highest of levels, and they show it right here, don't you think? These teenagers are featured. As we will hand the reins off to them, I feel like the reins are in good hands. One of the things that we've always tried to express as Westernaires is there's no place in the world that they think can enjoy the freedoms that they have. And we believe that they've made the best of their time. And we celebrate that freedom with one final ride of the colors once we get done. One of the finest precision-mounted drill teams at speed. These young kids have performed across the country. Westernaires has been celebrating horsemanship since 1949. I don't know about you, but that's one heck of a show that these guys put on. Let's give it to them as they put on the final ride of the colors. There you have it, the Varsity Big Red. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, if you stick around, we're going to bring these kids back in for a meet and greet with you. Let them, so you can ask the questions of them.